Hey guys, Revan here, and welcome back to AstroBlock 2 Lost in Space, where today we are going to progress a little bit further on and try to make our way to some rocket fuel. So sit back, enjoy the video, and let's see what we can't get done. Alright, well, like I said in the intro there, we are eventually going to be trying to make our way towards rocket fuel, primarily so that we can make a rocket. I have been, in between episodes, kind of trying to process all of the stuff that we've collected so far. So I've been taking our ores that we're getting from the Astro Miner or just from going out and collecting stuff. They go up into this diamond chest here, which goes into, I made it up to an emerald furnace in the back with the ore processing, so it gets doubled and a little bit of a speed upgrade. Actually, no, it's not a speed upgrade. It's an efficiency upgrade. Speed is nether star. Nowhere close to that yet. And then in the meantime, I've also been making some basic plates for us, because for our first rocket, we are actually going to need to get into the tier 3 heavy plates. So these guys right here. And these, obviously, they require the tier 2 and the tier 1. So I've slowly been kind of making my way up. Luckily, we did find a couple of the tier 2 and tier 3 plates in some of the little space stations and stuff like that we found. But yeah, it's going to take some time to get our way there. I forgot just how many of those guys that we actually end up needing in this pack. But I also do want to work towards something for crafting. And I think to make the rest of our journey a little bit easier, we're going to get into simple storage. And we can just hook this up to here, and then we could, you know, later on if we want, lead cables out and about. But let's go grab us a crafting bench real quick. All right, we can just toss this crafting station right here. So simple storage, if you've never used it before, it's kind of like a beginner's either refined storage or AE system. It's essentially, it just is going to link multiple storage units that you have and give you a centralized place to view all of that. So there's a few things that we're going to need right off the bat. Storage network master, storage request table, and a storage link table. So for that, we're going to need some chests, some storage cables, which are going to be iron and stone. We're going to need a little bit of gold, and we're going to need some quartz here. All right, we should have everything that we need. Let's see. First thing we need to make are some of these storage cables. So we're going to need to grab a couple of the stone slabs here, and we're going to have to use those to make up our storage cables. And then we're also going to need a diamond. So let's see here. 4 blocks of quartz. Storage network master. And then the request table. There we go. And then finally, we're going to need the storage link cable. So I'm probably going to need more of these storage cables. Let's see here. And we're going to need a chest. So that we have our link cables here. And all we have to do for this is click this onto our drawer controller, and then we just have to place down the storage network master, and then we can place the request table on top of it. I usually just right click on the storage network master, and that will actually start the system up. So if you ever just like put this together and you look in here and you don't see all the items that you have attached, just give this bottom block right here a good right click. And then later on, we can pop out the bottom and run some cables into the wall over here if we want to do things like, you know, put up some diamond chests or something like that, just for some general bulk storage. This also does have a storage remote. However, I don't think we can make that. So we have the storage remote, which essentially just allows us to access this from 64 blocks away. And that's just going to be for putting items in. It's not going to be for crafting. Then you have the advanced storage remote, which allows you to access your system from anywhere. But again, no crafting grid. So these type of things are good if you're going to be traveling long distances and you know you're going to be finding stuff that you want to be able to dump at your base without having to go back and forth from where you're exploring and where your base is. So these are very handy, especially if you can, you know, hook up a bunch of large storage repositories to it. Anyways, we can't really get into these guys just yet, but we'll eventually get there. But now at least we can access these drawers that we have over here. So that will help us out a great deal. And then I will need to hook up some other chests. Unfortunately, we don't have crates or anything like that in this pack. We only really just have regular chests and the iron chests, so I can't go all out, especially because of the fact that I don't really have a lot of diamonds, and we're gonna need quite a bit of them for wafers and whatnot. But I think I should be able to add at least like two of the diamond chests onto here. So let me see if I can do that. All right, well, we got these guys hooked up over here, so we now have a little bit of extra storage. I didn't set the priorities or anything, but just like, you know, applied energistics, refined storage, Ender IO, pretty much any storage system that you're going to find in modded, it has a priority system. So if I wanted to say smaller goes first, if I keep this at 0 and I were to switch these up to 1, everything would try to go into these guys before it tried to go into the diamond chest here. But since I don't have a key for the storage drawers yet, mainly because of the fact I haven't made one, yeah, I'm not really going to worry about that. Stuff will go in, it'll come out. I'm not too concerned about it. I don't really think that there's too much that we have that we're going to have to worry about how everything is shaping up in here. Let's see here. So the next thing we need to get into is the pulverizer. So let's add that guy up onto our system. And I think we have some flint or possibly gravel over here. We can actually take this cobblestone and make up some gravel if we don't have flint. All right, we have 13 flint, but we'll make some gravel anyways. All right, so we can just toss the flint in there, and then let's see, we're gonna need a couple aluminum gears, which we have. We did make some basic wafers. We got those basics and advanced, 32 of each. We just made these in the circuit fabricator, and they're not too horribly hard. The only thing that was really keeping me back was actually getting diamond, because both of these require a diamond right here, some silicone redstone, and then something else. So the basics have a redstone torch and the advanced have a redstone repeater, but I couldn't find diamond for the longest time. It took me a lot a lot of roaming around trying to find the right asteroid to find a diamond one, but I finally did. So we have, let's see here, just under 2 stacks of diamond left since I used the stack to make these guys. So yeah, that was that was not fun. Let's see here, aluminum gear, we're gonna have to make one of you guys. Let's make the machine frame. We're gonna have to grab a little bit of wood. We can just toss that in and that in. That way we should... Oh, we're missing cobble. Let's try this piston again. Piston. And is that everything that we need? We now have a pulverizer. And we'll hook this guy up right there. Getting power. These guys we should be able to turn off. Yep. Turn you off, and let's actually turn one of you into sand. And then this we can store away in case we need more gravel. All right, so the next thing that it wants us to make is some pulverized coal. So let's just grab a stack of you, toss you in there. This may not be a great spot for this, but we will see. So I think after this, we have to turn it into a magma crucible. So we might be better off placing this somewhere else so that the magma crucible can access the magma crucible. But where are we going to put that? I mean, we could probably put this over here and just have like a line of it going, because I think, I'm not 100% sure if they'll draw power from these sealable aluminum wires, but I'm hoping they would. So if we put a couple of those on the floor, you know, we can save a little bit of wiring. So I'm going to try to set up a couple of these guys over here real quick. All right, well, we got the pulverizer set up here, and it does work. It does power as long as it's sitting on one of these sealable aluminum wires. So that's kind of nice. Helps us hide, one of the wires because we can just line these guys up. I am hoping, I'm not 100% because I haven't tested it yet, but I'm hoping that the sealable wire that's underneath the pulverizer will be passing to this one and this one. I don't see why it shouldn't, but I've never tried it, so it's going to be interesting. The next thing that we're going to need is a magma crucible because that's going to actually melt down our liquefacted coal. So let's add this to our list up here as well. The magma crucible, we're going to need a couple gold gears. We're going to need another one of these aluminum gears. Also, we should have the compressed aluminum, and then we also need one of these redstone coils. Oh, we forgot to actually make the machine frame. And magma crucible. So we can take that and put that right there, and then we can say output on you, and we want to say input on you. So that should get the pulverized coal and then turn that into liquefacted coal. And we'll just save up a bucket of that so that we can actually use it a little bit later on. And then that liquefacted coal, we're going to actually have to put into a fractioning still. So let's add that guy up here too. And that's going to be 2 more gold gears. And, well, same thing again with the aluminum gear. There we go. We have our fractioning still, which we should be able to place right there. And then change that one to nothing for now. Why did it go to liquefact? Oh, yeah. Went to liquefacted coal because we told it to. All right, we're gonna set that to normal, and we're just gonna let this fill up to a bucket's worth so that I can pull it out. All right, we have should have a bucket completed. Yep. We can take this. We now have liquefacted coal, which we can toss in our distillation still over here, and we can actually open this guy up to output and turn this side to input. And that should auto feed it. So we just got to toss some coal in here and it will pump through. So we could actually put a chest on top and a drawer. Let's just do this. I wonder, we say input on top, auto input enabled, and we take you, let's just say we put 1 in there. Yep. That'll work, and that'll be nice and clean. And then this guy, we're going to need some sort of tank to hold the naphtha so that we can fill stuff up. We have the Galacticraft fluid tanks. I don't know how much these guys hold, to be honest, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of options. We have this guy. This holds 14. 14 will be good enough. All right, so we have this. Now we're gonna have to, we should be able to grab our naphtha like this, and that should update the fuel quest. Now again, don't worry about there not being any rewards in here. It's almost guaranteed that I would say at least 99% of these quests are going to have rewards on them when the public release comes out. But I'm not too worried about it, because I think most of the stuff that would be in a reward pack is going to be from what it seems like right now is going to be coins anyways. And well, we're rich because we're kind of abusing the fact that we can sell cobblestone. So I've just been selling cobblestone and I have 7,000. So all I've been doing with that is my astro miner goes out and brings back the asteroid blocks. I turn that into cobblestone and I sell it. So I'm not really too concerned right now. I'm hoping that gets patched before the public release, because being able to sell cobblestone, in my opinion, is a little cheaty. But it's in the pack, so I'm going to utilize it, and we'll go with that. But now that we actually are producing fuel, the next thing that we need to start looking into is getting to the overworld. In order to do that, we need to make a bunch of stuff. Primarily, we need to make a rocket. So I'm going to start going through all of these guys and seeing what we actually have in order to get this stuff done. All right, so one of the first things we need to do is come over here and grab our schematics here and add them into our workbench. I don't think we have all of the schematics that we're going to need. From what I can tell, we need a bunch of these durable rockets, since that's the next quest line. I mean, I think we do technically have the tier 1 rocket, which we could make, and I think the tier 1 rocket is more than good enough to get to Earth, but looks like we're missing the durable rocket engine and the durable nose cone, as well as the heavy booster. So we wouldn't be able to get into the tier 3 rocket until we do that. Rocket assembly. So this looks like the machine that we're actually going to need in order to make the tier 3 rocket. I am curious though if we can actually just take the tier 1 rocket to Earth, because the overworld is normally you go to the overworld and then you go to the moon, you know, a few of the planets close to Earth, and then you get into like the tier 3 rocket, which takes you a little bit further, and so on and so forth. So I'm not sure if that's going to be a little bit more spelled out, or if they really do want you to go straight for the tier 3 rocket as is. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to look up the tier 1 rocket. Okay, so it actually does look like the tier 1 and the tier 2 rockets were removed from the pack. And, you know, when I look up tier 1, there is no tier 1 rocket. It starts at tier 3. If I just look up rocket itself, again, we have the cargo rocket, we have the tier 3 rockets, and then we get into the tier 4 rocket and the tier 5, 6, and and then it looks like it stops at 6. There used to be 10 tiers of rockets, so I'm not 100% sure. These durable rockets might be the new way that things are going to be working here, along with because the rocket assembly is new as well. Previously, you just assemble everything in the NASA workbench here, but now it looks like we need the workbench to actually make not the tier 2 rocket, but make the pieces of the rockets, and then we take the pieces and put them in the assembler to actually make the rocket itself. Can I turn you? Nope, that's just going to go the way that it wants to go. That's unfortunate. All right, but let's see exactly how far we can actually get on what we have. So we do have the schematics for the rocket body and for the rocket vane. The vane, we're just going to need a bunch of tier 3 plates. Let's see, we're going to need 12 total. I don't know if we found 12 of them. What do we got? 29. All right, yeah, we do have. We'll just take them all. Really? I guess we only have 10. So how do I make more of the tier 3 plates? That's going to be compressed desh. Do we have desh in here? I don't think we made up too much. All right, we have 8 of you guys, and we'll just take you. We need 2 for now, so we'll just let those guys run. And then how many are we actually going to need for the rocket body? Oh, we're gonna need a lot. All right, so we're gonna need 6, 5, 12 of them. So an additional 12 of you, which means we're gonna need more dash itself. Let's just take a half a stack of you, and I think dash is just straight dash ingots inside of a compressor, and that will make the plates. So 12 of the tier 2s. Helps if I turn the power on. All right, so the first thing we can make is going to be the rocket vane. That should just toss you guys in there, and there we have it. We will try to keep this guy separate and just put that down there for now. Then what else are we going to need for the rocket body? We're going to need advanced wafer, ambient thermal controller. There's going to be a lot of stuff that we're going to need for this. The oxygen vents. Probably gonna need a couple of those. Alright, so we have the ambient thermal controller. Frequency module. Gonna need some redstone stuff. Now we have the frequency module. The oxygen concentrator. I think we could actually use our emergency rations kit and get all of this stuff. There we go. The spin thrusters. So we're gonna need 2 of these tier 1 rocket engines. So we're gonna need a couple flint and steel. And oh, I didn't want to make the copper, but whatever. All right, can we get us our tier 1 rocket? Yeah. All right, we have 2 of these tier 1 rockets. Then we need filled fuel canisters. So how do we get the empty canisters? All right, we'll grab 2 of these guys, and I think we just need to... So it looks like we need to toss these canisters in a fluid transposer. So we need a couple copper gears, another one of the aluminum gears. See if we have everything that we're going to need for this. Another bucket. And oop. Another one of these redstone reception coils. There we go. We'll just put that right there for now. And I guess we can just bucket stuff in. Okay, so after doing some looking around and asking on the Discord as to how to fill up the canisters, this is an interesting light. A little bit of a lighting glitch here. That's gonna get annoying. Anyways, in order to fill up the canisters, there really is no way currently. Previously, I know in AstroBlock, the first AstroBlock, we used oil and turned that into fuel, and we could fill up the canisters that way. However, there's no oil since we're in space, and we're using liquefied coal, so the refined fuel is not working in the fluid transposer. So what we need to do is go out and find some aliens and trade with them with some partially filled canisters, and from those we can put those together to get the filled ones. So I'm gonna have to go out on a little bit of an expedition. It's not too bad of a thing anyways, because I do need to find the rest of the schematics. So I'm gonna go on a bit of a float about, and I will bring you guys back as soon as we find something interesting. Okie doke. Well, we traveled a nice long way here. What do we get? Another super oxygen tank, and a whole bunch of plates. Let's just take all of this good stuff, toss it in our backy pack here. But yeah, I traveled a long way. I haven't come across any schematics as of yet. I did come into this shuttle right here. It's protected by a turret. That's kind of how I'm differentiating between ones that I want to check out and ones that I don't. So the ones that have a turret, I just fly up underneath, break the floor. And this guy in particular has a spawner in it. I'm not sure if it's something that we're supposed to be able to access, but I'm going to use the cardboard box anyways, just because I've missed out on too many packs where I watch people run their series and they pick up all these spawners and make these cool farms, and I'm sitting here like, I can't do that because, you know, they update it. Let's just check through here. Whole bunch of the tin block walls, but we're still doing okay on that. But I suppose taking a few more is not going to hurt us. But the main reason I wanted to come out here too, shouldn't say two, but as well, is to try to get these guys. So these are 3 apiece. So if I buy 4, can I combine you? It's not letting me combine, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. But did you open up any new trades? Maybe tier 2 moon buggy. Doesn't look like he opened up anything new. So, but we do have one of the villager guys spawners so that we can, ooh, nice little leg spike, we can actually open these guys up as we see fit when we get back to the base. Oh, that's a turret right there. Wonder why that guy didn't shoot me before. Just standing right on him. But I'm going to keep up my search. Specifically, I'm looking for those stations with all of the solar panels because those I think had schematics in it, plus the ones that like the old school AstroBlock stations that usually like are half sticking out of an asteroid or something like that. They have the NASA benches in there as well. And that's where I got a couple of my schematics for. So I'm just kind of flying around and seeing what we can find. So bring you guys back when we get to our next location. All right, well, we're back at base. We didn't really find anything interesting. Just a couple more of the stations that I'd been to. So I got, you know, a few more of the plates, but that was about it. No schematics, no big stations, nothing like that. But there is something I want to try here. I want to see if I can empty these guys into here like this and then fill at least 2 of them up. So that's kind of for now at least what I'm gonna have to do. So I have a couple more empty canisters, but yeah, so we managed to get a few of those. Let's see, do we have the meteoric iron? Meteoric iron. Let's see. Yep. You sound good. And now can we make 2 of you guys? 1, 2. So we finally have those. Now these small fuel canisters. Oh, we're going to need an assembly machine for that because we're going to need compress SDHC and yeah. So let's look into getting this guy made. I think we can actually utilize the compressor we have over here that's not working, because I think we're going to need one of these for the recipe, as long as another circuit fabricator. Making sure I don't have any extra machines here. Oh. All right, so assembly machine, we're going to need 2 basic wafers, a crafting table, which we can make really easily, a circuit fabricator, and a compressor. The circuit fabricator is going to be the thing that we need to concentrate on making here. Let's make redstone torch and a lever. Is that everything that we're going to need for that? Yep, we have the circuit fabricator, and then I think we should have everything. What is it saying that we're missing? 2 aluminum wires. All right, there we go. We have our assembly machine, and let's just toss that right there for now. So we can use this to... What was the part that we needed? I have apparently a really bad attention span. I'm going to need some of this compressed thingamabobbers, which is going to be aluminum, coal, and bronze. So... coal. We'll just grab 32 of you. 32 of the bronze, and I think the last one was aluminum. All right, now let's see about this. Does it matter which way we put it in? All right, so this should make our SDHC alloy. What else can this be used for? All right, so we can actually make the spacesuit helmets with this. And I think, was this a quest? Yep, the assembly machine actually was a quest too. Sweet, so we completed that, and the next part of this would have told me what it can make with this spacesuit. All right, but we have 2 of these guys. How many in total are we gonna need? We need 4. So we're gonna need 8 of these, and these fuel tanks are gonna be compressed steel and glass. And do we have glass panes? I know we have glass panes out here, I think. We have 10 left. And we're going to need 4 of those total, I believe. So these are also going to be done inside of the blank. Let's set these guys up to run so that we can make our empty... keep forgetting what the name of it was here. The blank fuel tank. And my Astrominer's route is blocked by the solar array module. So I'm not sure if that's something that they're going to have to add on to the whitelist that the Astro Miner can actually mine through, or what it's going to be, because my Astro Miners seem to get stuck all the time to the point where it's almost become unusable, because after like the first couple runs, it really doesn't do a whole heck of a lot. It usually gets stuck on something. All right, so we have 4 of these guys, and we have our 8 compressed SDHC, and that should make us 4 of these guys right here, these small fuel canisters. And then the other thing we need is 2 more of these tier 1 rockets. So we're gonna need another 2 flint and steel. And do we have everything we need? 1, 2. So let's grab this, and I think it was these guys right here that we needed, as well as 10 of the heavy duty tier 3 plates. I think that's all we needed for this durable rocket body. Nope, we needed 12. So we need 2 more of the tier 3. And there we go. We got a couple more from our expeditions. All right, let's grab you. I think that's everything that we need for this. So we just got to find it in our NASA bench, and we should. Oh. All right, we're gonna have to try to remember how this goes. I know these go here. I know these 4 go here. You go here, and you go here. So these are probably 2 of those guys. And then oxygen. All right, so it only let me put it in the correct spots. And we're missing one thing. Advanced wafer. And all that stuff's going to come out of my... There we go. I thought you used to be able to click this stuff in, but apparently not with these 4 small fuels, the boosters, these spin thrusters, and where is the last thing? The ambient controller. All right, well, we now have 2 of the pieces that we need for this rocket. How many were there? 6 or 8? 5. Oh, we need to make 2 of those durable rocket bodies. Well, crud. And we also need to make 2 of the fins. So we're going to need 12 more of the fins as well. All right, well, at least we can make this second fin here. Take that, and at least that'll complete. We'll have to work on the durable rocket body on another period of time. Let's toss you guys in and you in. How is our chest system looking here? Looks like we're getting a lot of things that should not be going into it. So I might have to set these guys up to a higher priority. Just things like tin and iron and stuff should not be going into you. However, I'm going to have to call it an episode there, guys. In between episodes, I'm going to have to do a heck of a lot of exploring, flying around and trying to find the other schematics. Or I may wait a little bit for a next pack upgrade or update to see if anything gets changed to make this this portion of it any easier. So I'm going to do a little bit of digging into that and see what comes of it. But until then, as always, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It helps me out greatly. And as always, guys, stay safe, be awesome, and I'll see you guys next time.